Hey, I'm Inferno, and today we're going to be playing the bridge over on the Hive. So it looks like we have these 3 kits here that gives you 3 golden apples, 8 snowballs, and the leap ability. Lately I've been using the snowballs. I was really curious about the leap ability, but so far I can't actually seem to find a use for it. Okay, alright. Alright, interesting strategy. But as you can see, this game is pretty polished. I really like the look of it. I think adding the bridge to the Hive was a really good idea. They added it in the new arcade update, so this is not the only game that they added, but as of recording this video, it is a pretty recent update to the Hive, and I think it's a really good one. It looks really clean, and a lot of times when a server adds a game that is already on Hypixel, it ends up just being a Hypixel ripoff. I think Bridge probably is biggest on Hypixel out of any server, if I had to guess off the top of my head. And as you can see, like with the scoreboards on the side and things like that, they actually went out of their way to make this a game that is not just a Hypixel ripoff. And I really, okay, I've just fallen off. But anyway, I really do appreciate that. Again, I think that's one of the reasons why this game was a great addition to the Hive, is because the Hive is confident enough to put their own spin on it and make it look like a Hive game. Hey, score! So I have played a few games of this off camera, and so far it's been really fun. I have had a few less eventful games. But for the most part, this game is really fun. They didn't do a complete overhaul of the bridge. I mean, it's a pretty basic concept, and it is on multiple servers. I think the 2 biggest things that make this version of the bridge unique is they've added the little kits. I don't know what else to call them. Also, we just won. Let's go. But yeah, these 3 options you get, they add a little bit of variation to the kit. I know on other servers that have a bridge game, a lot of times you can rearrange where things are in your hotbar slots. I don't think this has that feature, but what it does have is a little bit of variation, which I think is actually more valuable because it allows you to have different play styles. So I find myself using the snowball most often, but I do like the gapple kit. The leap kit is very intriguing, but I'll be honest, I have not figured out how to use it yet. So I'm not really sure what the benefit of the leap is. I've tried using the leap a few times, and it doesn't seem to make my character leap. I actually lose momentum when I use it, so I don't know if that's a bug in the game right now, and I may come back and talk about that later once I see other people playing this game. Maybe I'm just using it wrong. So right now I'm not really sure what the use of the leap is. It doesn't actually seem, I think they just used it right there. So I think that person just used the leap because they just jumped over my head. And so I think you can use the leap. I may just be using it wrong. It could still be a bug in the game right now though, or user error. I'm not sure which one. So with the ability to vary what gear you start out with in the game, and also the fact that they've just put a lot of work into making the game look nice, I think that this is a really great game, and I would even say that the Hive version of the bridge kind of rivals other versions of the game. Again, I just love the scoreboards, I love the sound effects, and also the fact that you have different options of what gear to start out with, so it's not just everyone has the same kit. I think that adds a lot of interest to the game, and I have personally already enjoyed playing, even though I've only played a few games so far, quite a bit based on those things that are exclusive to the Hive. This was a great idea for the Hive to add this game because they were able to do it really well. If it was just a Hypixel knockoff, it would still be fun, but it wouldn't be anything new. It wouldn't necessarily be anything interesting. What makes it interesting is the fact that it has a lot of uniqueness to it, but obviously it also maintains everything that everyone will like about the bridge, so bridge players coming from any other server, you will enjoy this quite a bit as well. And also, I would like to see the Hive maybe add more kits in the future. Obviously it's great for what it is right now. I think that they were just testing that feature to see if people would like it, with the snowballs, the golden apples, and the leap ability. But I would like to see more of that, and maybe a little bit more nuance to the kits. And I don't really think that would be too much of a risk, because if you just want to play classic bridge where everybody has the same gear, there are already servers where you can do that. I think having uniqueness to not everyone not having the same gear, I think that is the Hive's sort of time to shine when it comes to this game, and so I think they really need to double down on that, and I think the game will, even though it's already good, continue to improve if they keep adding some variation and customizability to the game. Also, I do want to point out real quick that it does say solos skill-based, and so far I have found this to be true. I think I have won and lost approximately 50 to 50% of the games that I've played. There have been some exceptions where I was just messing around and testing a game mechanic and doing something stupid, and I was not actually trying to win, and I did intentionally throw those games. But in terms of the games where I was actually genuinely trying to win, I feel like right now my win-loss ratio is about 50-50. And some people may not like that because some people may want to win all of the games that they play. But the thing is, if you're winning every single game, then that's probably not necessarily a skill thing unless you're just, absolutely unstoppable. I think most of the times that comes from poor server pairing. But when you're getting paired against players who are your skill level all the time, statistically, your win rate should be about 50-50. So again, I think my win-loss ratio has been about 1-to-1 so far, and I think that is a great sign that they are actually, putting effort into whatever pairing system that they have going, and that it is in fact skill-based. I've also had a lot of games where, I may have won or lost, but the end score came down to 1 point. It wasn't like one person just consistently scored on the other person over and over again. Anyway, I think that's going to be the end of today's video right there. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, as it helps me out a ton. I'm interested to know what your thoughts are in the comments, so be sure to leave those down in the comment section below. And until next time, later nerds!